Hello, my name is Matthew Creer. I use they, them pronouns, and in this video, I'd like to demonstrate my wild and messy and fun instrument, the pad of plenty. This is a computer music instrument, so here is the code. But let me just show you what it's like here. I play it using a bot pad here. All right, that's a drum pad. Four, four separate notes right here, okay? And the whole thing is a CC message, okay? The whole thing is, so wherever I play here is a different part of a continuous control. Oh, you can hear it's already playing when I touched it. So let's see. So I use each of these four sections here. Okay, here's a short section. Turn the volume up a little bit here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is a simple FM synthesizer right here. This one pulls from a bank of synthesizers, all right? A whole bunch of different FM synths. Okay, get a whole variety there. Each time I play it. This one here, okay, I'm going to get a group of patterns that's going to play out. And we hear that actually plays a whole, what I call, my music I call perpendiculous. That plays a whole perpendiculous phrase, essentially, a whole bar of my nested, tuned polyrhythms. Okay, and then over here on this top pad, longer sounds on that simple synth. Okay, so I can have tones too. So that would be one musical phrase or gesture. This pad right here is particularly useful. Okay, I'm going to turn this light off. It's a little bright in my eyes. Let me walk you through the code. Oh, with a little bit more commentary from the pads over here, right? Okay, so some simple management right here. You have a limiter and amplifier and some reverb. Okay, now something that makes this very cool. This is some James McCartney code that I modified. James McCartney wrote Super Collider. That's what this is written in. All right, I run this, and I get 100 instances of these fantastic FM synthesizers. All right, 3 operators here with different configurations. Okay, very beautiful sets of kind of percussive sounding FM synths. Okay, I have that. And I have these banks, these of different registers that I can set my pattern objects to. Okay, and I initialize. Oh no, wait, that's just the. Yeah. And then this array. Okay, this array here will set up my sets of these. If you can see how they're written here with these. Here we are. Take a look. That's the routine that names these sets of the synthesizers. So now I set up an array right here that now I can call them. All right, and here are my really nice pattern objects. Okay, that's my first pad right here. I can pull on these patterns, and there I select the registers, okay, and I select these different sounds, all right, from sounds equals synths dot scramble, okay, so that's where I'm getting, that's where I draw from these banks of sounds whenever I hit this note on. So pad with the note number 36. Okay, let's run down here to this next, the next pad. Okay, I have a different type of pattern object. Okay, if we see up here, these are just set to do a set sequence. That is going to run, actually it sets a randomizer that goes along with my tuning system. All right, I have tuned, oh, we'll go down to my tuning in a second. It's downstairs. The next one here are actual single notes. Now I can talk about my tuning. A single note from my scale with its corresponding rhythm. There we go, okay. So my just intonation tuning system here. Okay, there's the corresponding, I'll show you in the scale system, all right, but there's its corresponding duration. There's a different duration, okay, and with its note. And these will get triggered in interlocking polyrhythms. And you can see that they have rests. It will choose between a rest. There's weighted randomness between rest and the note. Kind of a 2 to 3. And this object packs them all up and plays them in parallel. Down here, my other pad, okay, another P-rand, another randomizer object. But this one plays, let's see. But the way this one plays is going to be more extended. Okay, so that makes them interlocking. All right, so if you look at that, this one, oh no, I'm sorry, this is the short one. Okay, so this gives me more direct phrases, nice and short that I can hit, so they're a lot more immediate. And that's why, so I have a section that I can make nice and long. You heard me where I can have a nice long layer, and then I can play these shorter patterns to more immediate. Mm-hmm. And then this is my last pad here. Okay, and this one right here, this pulls from this synthesizer that I wrote. This is a very simple FM synthesizer, and you know, I modified this later on. This is using 2 sine waves, but in a later version of this synthesizer, I actually like to use a triangle wave. as the modulator in some of my later synths. I might just change that in a minute. So here it's my FM synthesizer that's more simple. So I have a little something to kind of thicken up the sound. So I have a timbre so I can hang on to that tuning system a little bit more. All right, and there that is. And we can see that it's pulling on the scale here. Okay, here's a counter, and it listens. Okay, and what this counter does is it listens and simply just counts, and when it gets to 20, it gives me a little message here, a little visual readout, and then it will change up my synthesizers and I'll get some new sounds from that bank of synths. You know what? The tuning, I think I skipped it. Let me show that to you. Oh, here's the tuning right here. Okay, fantastic. Okay, and these correspond with a tuning system right here. Let me go ahead and write that out. My tuning, my ratios are a 1-1, 9-7, 10-7, 11-7, 12-7, and 13-7. Right? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10. 8-7. That's what I'm missing. Okay, and the reason that I've chosen these notes is, first, I like the way that they sound, but also this creates polyrhythms, and I can create a 7-bar phrase. So the 1-1, the bar of 1-1 will have 7 notes. Then I have an 8-note polyrhythm, 9-note polyrhythm, 10-note, etc. So this pitch will play an 8-note polyrhythm, a 9-note polyrhythm, a 10-note polyrhythm, 11-note, etc. So this pad over here demonstrates that pretty beautifully, I think. I hope this pad is showing again, but here we go. Maybe it's this one. It just gave me a pretty straight instance of those polyrhythms. It doesn't always do it because it's not musical. They just always play the straight rhythm, but let's do another one. And you can hear them line up occasionally. I designed it so that it doesn't always just thwump all the time, but you get these kind of serendipitous. Turn this back on. So you get these kind of serendipitous moments where some of the notes will line up, and every now and then all of them will whoomp all together. But I often save those big moments for when I use another instrument with more of a tonal aspect, and yet something more rhythmic will also do that as well. And of course, there's some other simple elements to these too, such as all of your standard. You can see here there's panning that will randomly go in the stereo field here, and an octave selector right here to just loosen just opening up the sound so we can hear all these wonderful rhythms and sounds and things. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helps you understand and enjoy my perpendiculous music and the pad and the pad of plenty. Okay, thank you so much.